Birla refreshed its logo. While the group has retained the existing form and structure, it's now using brighter colors and the name Aditya Birla is bigger and bolder.
Aditya Birla Group. Let's reach for the sun.
Meet Kumarmangalam Birla, Chairman of the Aditya Birla Group, one of the early converts of strategic branding in India. Welcome to Designomics, Kumar.
Thanks, Preeti.
As early as in the 90s, Kumar, you decided to create a strategic branding for Aditya Birla Group. You asked us to design a logo for you at that time. Now, what propelled you to do that?
Preeti, the Birla family as a name has been known in India. It is in fact a household name for many decades now. But this was the first time that we were actually giving a name to a business organization that bears the Birla name. So at a very basic level, it was about creating an identity, as simple as that. And with time, as it got fleshed out, you start associating with the identity. You associate quality standards with the identity. You associate certain ethics, certain standards of ethics with the identity, so on and so forth. But like I said, at a very basic level, it's about creating a personality for the business organization.
I think at that time it also helped unify many existing companies and perhaps set a new path for new companies that you would have had in mind. Am I right?
That's true. It sort of acted as a glue. We had many legal entities and didn't really have a common visual identity. And I think sometimes visual identities, visual motives, designs have a huge impact on unifying people, unifying different companies, businesses, which was really something that we experienced as we stuck on with the logo and the rollout started to happen.
I think one of the unique things about your conducting the entire brand journey, you along with your team, was that you articulated a vision, and it was not therefore just about the looks of the logo, but how that vision was then translated within the organization and how it translated as a communication platform for an external audience as well, isn't it? Like when we went ahead and made the communication, the commercial, so it created a kind of a synergistic message for you.
Well, the whole design of the logo and the interpretation of the logo in terms of the visual look, the films, all of that were a follow-on from the strategy. So they emanated from the strategy of the group, which is what made it real. For anyone who was interfacing with the group and who had seen the film or the logo, instantly there would be a connect. I mean, you could sense the fact that this was what the group actually professed itself to be. So I think the genuineness of communication, the fact that what we spoke about ourselves was, which was the true identity, was the true us. And I think that's what, besides the visual element and the design part of it, the fact that it was genuine is what actually worked for us.
I think that is perhaps the pillar of all great identities, is that you really back it with a sincere vision of a culture which the entire organization emanates. I think one of the key things which you did, which unlike any other corporate house, people tend to do a logo and leave the exercise just at that, thinking that the communication is going to happen automatically. You sustained that journey, actually over 12 years, and that is remarkable. What made you do that?
It wasn't about creating a logo at all. Actually, it was more about defining a personality, about creating an identity. Someone you can, almost like a person who you attribute, certain characteristics to. So a logo by itself, I don't think means anything. It's about what it stands for. So it was more creating an identity than just a logo.
Are you happy with the journey that has been crossed in the 12 years?
I think so. I think that given the fact that it's still a very young brand, 12 years isn't so much, isn't so long. I think that in terms of it being memorable, in terms of the associations that it has created around it, in terms of the fact that it binds people together even within the organization, I think that the brand has worked very well for us. The identity has done wonders for us in more ways than one. And I think that as we go on, there will be several new iterations, several new extensions to the logo, which will actually give it even more life and character.
From what I understand, an independent tracking has actually positioned you as the second most trusted brand in India. And for a relatively new brand, I would say that's actually phenomenal equity being built to this brand, wouldn't you say?
Well, I must say that that's more to do also with the group, the way it functions, its policies about people, the way it deals with its customers, with its suppliers and all of that. And obviously not just to do with the brand per se. But I think that, you know, at the end of the day, it all comes together. And from an outside point of view, whether you're a client or whether you're a banker, a prospective employee, it all must stand for something that is real and that's unified, rather than being disparate things that mean different things to different people. So I think that is essentially what the brand identity has helped us to achieve.
I think now a message just for the business community at large in India. We are at a stage where obviously the economy, we all keep talking about how it's emerging into becoming, soon to become a mega power. How important is investing in branding from your opinion?
You know, investing in branding, as you would know better than me, is a hugely expensive exercise. It's also a very time-consuming exercise. But I think that the payoffs are very evident. If you have the long-term impact and benefits in mind, I think it's well worth the exercise. In fact, I'd go a step further to say that it is actually a necessity. You can't have you can't have an identity in a sense without having associations with it. When you think of a person, you think of attributes, you think about the way he looks, the way he would behave in a particular situation, so on and so forth. So it's actually personalizing the group in a way. So I can't see a situation where a group like us would not have created a brand.
I think whether a small business or a large business, it's important to invest in branding. And branding is not just a graphic exercise, it's as much a commitment of the business itself, the group and the people and the team. And all of this coming together over a period of time, I think makes for a mega brand. It really does not matter how large or small your business is. But I think the payoffs, as you say, are immense. There is a definite return on investment on this branding, strategic branding exercise, I would think.
Well, as long as you stick to the truth and don't veer away from it, and as long as it's all very congruous in terms of the way people perceive you and the way they actually feel the organization when they interface it, that I think is important in actually creating a credible and sustainable brand.
Absolutely, Kumar. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much for being on Designomics. I'm sure this is going to be of tremendous inspiration to people who are going to watch this show. Thanks again.